Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back. We're sitting outside, bundled up. It's probably about 40 degrees and mostly cloudy. You hear a little one in the neighborhood, a lot of blossoms on the trees. We've got black squirrels, gray squirrels, brown squirrels, chipmunks, and blue jays, as well as cardinals as signs, synchronicities, and key codes for this collective. Yes, I am a mess, but that's the way we roll around here. So I did some journaling yesterday morning, went on a walk, sat in stillness, had a conversation with a stranger, as that source puts me in places for reasons I don't even understand at this point, but I trust it. All right, so we have Pegasus has been coming up as well, so maybe go look at the significance of seeing symbolism around Pegasus. Morning. Yeah. And let's see here. All right, we've got some affirmations for you today. It's like, I move forward with clarity. I release what no longer fits and makes sense. And I make space for what does. I move forward with clarity and I release what no longer fits and make space for what does. I trust myself to handle what comes and to grow through it. Because remember, what you go through, you grow through. And this came up in the conversation yesterday because people are still holding on to a lot of things. A lot of light workers I've come across that have been awakened for a while, but they still have a lot of shadows. They have a lot of hurt and a lot of pain and a lot of trauma that is still in the physical body and in their field, that is being asked to be cleansed and cleared and to be looked at and to be loved and to surrendered and to be released. And it is quite fascinating how I've seen this. I just, again, I'm a horse of a different color. When I want to get shit done, I get shit done. My soul gets shit done. I don't, just what it does. And yeah, I've seen this, so we need to trust this. All right, so I trust myself to handle what comes and to grow through it. Because remember, what you go through, you grow through. And why would a soul sign a bunch of contracts to come here to be physically abused, traumatized over multiple lifetimes? Go through everything that they've gone through? Well, because the soul wants to expand and to grow and to gain wisdom and to gain knowledge, and you don't do that by having an easy life. All right, and you have to take the higher perspective. It's hard when you're in it to take that perspective, but when you start kind of going through that dark night and doing the shadow work, you can kind of see it from a higher perspective. All right, and it is not bypassing. That's right. I can speak from a place of that is more healed. All right. So today is a fresh start. I'm going to just give you the date. I believe it is May 3rd, 2026. All videos are timeless. All right, we just had this full moon in Scorpio, this Scorpion full moon, which there is no more hiding. The Scorpio energy does not allow you to hide at all. It calls things forward. The moon calls things forward to look at, to be revealed and reflected and shined upon. All right, you don't have to have everything figured out. All right, so remember, today is a fresh start. I choose progress over perfection. We're done trying to be perfect. These perfect little humans saying these perfect little things, all these behaviors that you were told to do and say and sit down and be quiet and please and thank you bullshit. Now, I'm not saying to be an unkind human. That's not what I'm saying. Generally don't want that at all. But you know what I'm talking about. All right, we're done trying to be perfect. We're trying to unprogram or deprogram this perfection code that has been placed upon a lot of us. Okay, so today is a fresh start, and I choose progress over perfection. And the team is asking me to ask you, beautiful soul, to write these down, to see how these land for you. Each particular affirmation, each thing that we're saying right now, as a black crow flies right in. Hello, beautiful. I have a lot of spirit guides, guardians, and ancestors that show up in animals. So they show up as, again, crows, squirrels, birds of all kinds. But they're not only are my teachers, but they're my protectors. And this beautiful crow just flew in. So remember, you do not need to have everything figured out. It's, again, walking by faith and not by sight, walking blindfolded. Like most of us have been training blindfolded in the dark. Most of this incarnation, for sure. I know I have. I see you. So beautiful and beautiful. All right. And you just need to take the next step. So you just need to take the next step. Okay. And that is your confirmation. You don't need to know what's coming next. The ego loves to know what's coming next. The ego wants to know everything and wants to have everything perfect and figured out. And believe me, I understand this so well, but you don't need to have everything figured out. And I'm here to let you know there is safety in that. The safety comes from you trusting in yourself, and then trusting in going within and knowing that everything that you seek, all the answers you are desiring, are within you. Okay? And you need to love yourself and mean it. Truly. Not just with words or affirmations, but you live your life like you love yourself. You nourish your body like you love yourself. You move your body like you love yourself. You speak to yourself like you love yourself. And you treat yourself like you treat other people. With kindness, with love, with compassion, with grace, with empathy. Where has the starseeds, the light workers, the light warriors, where has that gone? I know, they've tried to program and fragment a lot of us, our souls, our psyches. So a lot of us, some of you might just be waking up to this fact, and some of you, like I and many others, have been doing this for a while. 2, 3, 4 is significant. All right. And it's just returning to being proud of yourself and quit giving all of your time, energy, and away to the things that don't deserve it. Plug that energy back into yourself and see what changes. Do it for like a month and see what changes. See what unfolds. Remember? All right. So if you want to know what is really true about what is going on, look deep inside of you. All the answers are there. All right? And know that you can shatter all negative spells spoke over your life. If you're struggling with feeling like you're being watched or attacked, yeah, you probably are. Fuck them. Seriously, fuck them. But you can't do it from a place of fear. You have to stand empowered and say, yeah, just know how powerful you are to have certain stranger things, beings, because there's many words for them and many levels to the devils. Know your power. And when you can know your power and you can embody your power and you walk in this world, walk through your day with your shoulders back and imagine that your energetic field is 6 feet, 24 feet, 40 feet in diameter, because it is. All right. The more you grow, the more you let go, the more frequency and energy and light you can hold again. All right? And you can shatter all negative things spoken upon your name, upon you. Maybe you have to know you have the power to do that. So let's say it. I shatter all negative spells spoke over my life. I revoke all contracts that were ever signed, consciously or unconsciously, known or unknown, seen or unseen, across all timelines, dimensions, spaces, places, portals, and realms. I revoke them. I shatter them. I burn them. They no longer exist. And say that with your words. Say that with conviction, with fierceness, and not from fear. Okay? And then do all your other stuff that you feel called to do. Work with your crystals, your sages, your plants, any other nature protection that you call in your team members, and have faith and trust and know that you are pixie dust. I love that. It's just like have faith and trust and know that you are stardust. You are pixie dust. All right? And yeah, that is that short little message today. I wanted to share that with you beautiful souls and let you know that everything that everyone's going through now, I went through last year. So all of this astrological stuff, because I journal. I've been journaling like crazy around all of it. And I note the moons. I usually note what happens with the moons. No, that's mine. Thank you. And say hello. Yeah. All right, I'll get you some. All right. We like to have fun around here and keep it real. All right, so again, just a quick note. Everything, because I was reading back on my journals from last year, May, end of April and May, and the moon cycle was a little further back. So everything that took place around my awakening, my soul was starting to get my attention, get me to pay attention more and more through 2024, at the end of 2024 for sure, and just guided into 2025. But by April, by the pink moon, my soul had become completely and fully fucking insulted, and she bitch slapped me awake. But it took place around the full moon in April, and then the Scorpio new moon, and just all of the unfolding that took place, and all of the evolutions, the downloads, the activations, the upgrades, the releases, the purging, the dark night, all of it, the multiple death and rebirths in the past 18 months, 9 months, 6 months, 4 months, all aligned with these planetary alignments, these moon cycles. And if you journal this, you will see this. Like, if I didn't journal it, I don't remember what happened last year, because I've collapsed a lot of timelines since then. I lay and I think about a lot of memories just in the past few years. There's moments I don't remember, I don't recall, but I'm like, oh, all of these things, a lot of this took place. When was the moon cycle? Where was the moon cycle? Because I'll know, new moon, full moon, super moon, in a sign. Remember that pink full moon last year was in Libra. I'm a Libra. All right, so, but it was on the 1st of this April. So we also had a full moon in Scorpio on the 1st of May. And we have 2 full moons this month, which is very significant, okay? So you could just be starting this process. Maybe you went through a fall cycle. So I've noticed that just from observing, and I could be wrong, there's a fall cycle for sure and like a summer cycle. So like a lot of people were shifting in the fall, maybe in the winter solstice, the spring equinox, and the summer solstice. Massive shifts and cycles in the collective consciousness for the light workers, the starseeds, whatever works for you, happened around that. So I'm hearing a lot more content coming in about everything I went through last year. And it's almost like repetitive. Like, I didn't hear this information last year, but it connects to exactly what took place last year. And now I'm like, oh, fuck, I wish I had that information last year. It wasn't meant to. It wasn't meant to. So remember, sometimes you don't get the puzzle pieces or the clues until you're like right supposed to. Or you might get a key, something that unlocks or clicks, but it's a week later or months later. So just know that if you want to know what is true, practice working on your discernment, because that's what we do from now on. We check in with our quantum compass, our heart, your treasure map, your soul is. It's right there. You look deep inside of you. That's where all of the answers are. Okay? The answers are not to some religious figure. And this kind of came up in a conversation. There is not a savior coming in to save you. You are your savior, so to say. You are the one that you've been looking for. How about that? You are the one with the power, the magic. You're the magician. I don't know, magician has been coming up in a lot of card pulls. My card pulls, I've been hearing the word magician and seeing the magician. So this is, again, just to remind you of your magic. 1331 mirrored numbers as well. As I'm here to remind you, you are a motherfucking magician. Be careful what you think and what you say, because you're manifesting at will if you are in a healed enough place. Because yesterday, we got a couple of things we're going to share before we go. Okay. So I was doing laundry, and in my building, we have an A and a B. And I thought to myself, because I see 1014, which is my birthday, I'm like, huh. And I look at the numbers, and they're all the numbers on the apartments, I add up to a lot of numbers I see often. And I thought, I wonder if the 1014 is on my side or the other side. Put the laundry in, walk down, and there's an Amazon driver checking the building to make sure she was delivering to the right side. So I go to open the door to see if it's our building, because I know it's a delivery, and we don't like to leave things outside. It's just courtesy. And I look at the package, and guess what the package? So I had the thought of the 1014, and guess what the package number was? 1014. You can't make it up. 2 days ago, my partner mentioned the word mea culpa in a conversation or in a text. And less than 12 hours later, someone shows up to work with a hat stitched mea culpa, which is not something that's Again, I love the universe plays, but remember, that's how powerful you are in manifesting signs, synchronicities. And basically, if you want to look at the condensed version of it, it's you giving you messages. It's your higher self. It's those galactic versions of yourself. There's aspects of you that are in the angels, the ancestors. It's all you. I mean, it just, you want to fuck your mind up. It's all you. Right? So just be mindful of what you're speaking and saying and doing, because you're a manifesting fucking generator, and you're going to see it pop off. And if you've done the work and you're part of the Starseed group that is cleaned house, has done a lot of work for a while, you're going to be activated. You're going to be calling back certain soul aspects that will turn your light body on even more into this, like, one might say superhuman like capability, but again, it's to assist the collective during this ascension process as we're going through these next last 2 to 4 years, I guess. There's different numbers. Getting to the more of us awake, the faster it happens. So the time shifts. So, you know, predictions aren't great because things are always changing and shifting, and timelines are always collapsing or, merging. So it's good to have an idea. But if you're listening to a lot of prediction videos, don't put too much of your attention into that. Just make note of it. Have awareness of it, and cool if it happens, it happens. Cool if it doesn't. you know what I mean? So, all right, I think we'll just keep it there, and I'm going to talk about some other stuff here in a minute as these no, she's trying to eat my watermelon. That's mine. That's my breakfast, not your breakfast. And yes, I talk to the animals. I do. These are my friends. These are my friends. I feed them when I can feed them. I don't feed wild animals when I'm camping, though. I won't do that because that creates problems for the forest. But in the city, I do the city critters get abundance of nourishment, and like I said, it's fun to watch them and to again, there's respect between me and nature, and I'm very deeply connected, and I definitely embody a lot of all of the elements in all ways, shapes, and forms. All right, we're done. We'll let you go. Get out into nature. It's only about 41 degrees. It's not really sunny, but I'm bundled up. I'm enjoying nature. I don't want to be in the house. I'm getting the fresh air. Spring isn't sticking for some reason around here. And this is the best therapist you can have, is being outside in any way, shape, or form for any amount of time. And the longer, the better. You're going through it right now. You get into nature, even if you have to crawl out into a piece of grass. Confirmation. Crawl out on your hands and knees because you're going through it, and lay your ass on a towel on the ground, sit against a tree, hug a tree, because nature will help you discharge the energy, the frequency, the emotions that you're going through, which is necessary, right? It's a necessary part of this journey. All right. If we remembered how it felt being birthed into this world at 1818 on the timer, and when I decided to hit record, it was 818. So thank you for that, team. All right, I will let you go. Take care of you, nourish you, love you, have grace and compassion with yourself, depending on where you're at in this stage of process. If you have comments or questions, please leave them below. I do my best to help when and where I can, if you are curious. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.